Have you ever pondered over the intriguing question, why were the Gentiles not under the law? This question has stumped historians, theologians, and curious minds alike. It's a controversial topic steeped in layers of religious, historical, and sociological significance. Misunderstandings and misinterpretations abound, creating an environment of confusion. Yet the answer lies within reaching distance, obscured yet waiting to be revealed. So sit back, relax, and let's unravel this complex subject together, shall we? In the beginning, the law was given to the Israelites, also known as the Jewish people, through Moses at Mount Sinai. This law, often referred to as the Mosaic Law, was a comprehensive set of commandments, statutes, and instructions that God provided as a guide for holy living. But what about the Gentiles, the non-Jewish people? Were they under this law? The simple answer is no. The Gentiles were not under the Mosaic Law. This law was a covenant between God and the Israelites, not with the Gentiles. However, this does not imply that the Gentiles were lawless or without any moral compass. Even though they didn't adhere to the Mosaic Law, the Gentiles had comprehended the principles of right and wrong, as well as good and evil. This understanding was not acquired through any written law, but was product of their own reasoning and perception. Even though the Gentiles were not privy to the Mosaic Law, God did not leave them without a promise. The promise given to Abraham, the forefather of the Israelites, was extended to the Gentiles as well. This promise was about faith in God and righteousness, not about adherence to the Mosaic Law. In the New Testament, the Apostle Paul, in his letters to the Romans and the Galatians, clarified this concept. He explained that the Gentiles, even without the Mosaic Law, could achieve righteousness through faith in Jesus Christ. This was the fulfillment of the promise God made to Abraham that all nations would be blessed through him. In conclusion, the Gentiles were not swayed by the Mosaic regulations. They were part of the covenant God, a promise fulfilled through faith in Jesus Christ. In this journey, we've unraveled the complex relationship between the Gentiles and the law. We've discovered that while the Gentiles were not under the Mosaic Law, they were not without a sense of morality or a divine promise. It's a fascinating study of how God's plan encompasses all humanity, not just a select few. Remember, the law in its essence is not about rules and regulations, but about a relationship with God. Whether Jew or Gentile, the pathway to that relationship is through faith, not adherence to the Ten Commandments. And that's a truth worth pondering upon.